Hello and welcome back to yet another new video. So today is a bit different and you'll be seeing like this. This is part of the room where I film all my stuff, so yeah, you get to see a little bit more. But anyways, today I'm here because I want to talk about Pokemon Frienda, which is coming up in July 11th. So I mean, I did this unintentionally, but that's just my habit. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to talk about some of the things that they have, the things that are new, what's going to be included, what's going to change, what's going to stay the same, because you know it's always going to stay the same. Ga-ole and Star, they both chips, just like that, you know, kind of the same thing. Kind of the same thing really. So for this time, Frienda is going to be rectangular, so it's not going to be a chip per se. In fact, they call it Frienda Pix, so it's like, you know, a Polaroid, so it's rectangular that way, but you know, it's just the same thing actually. A viewer of mine told me that recently the channel released an update of the cast playing the arcade machine, and it was quite interesting because there were some changes. So you know how usually Ga-ole, and if you've played Star 2, it's usually just one screen, and at the bottom there's like slots for you to put your stuff, and you can just like move it up and down when you attack or anything. And for Ga-ole, you put the chips in, at the bottom is just two buttons, nothing much to do there. However, for Frienda, they've changed because there's a second screen, and now all interactions are done via that screen. So you know how usually there's a large screen here, and this thing is just your table to put your stuff to interact with. For Frienda, there's a little vertical screen, 45-degree angle screen that's a touch screen, and the normal screen of course is still there to display all the battles and stuff, but all your interactions, your attacks, everything is all going to be done with that little vertical 45-degree screen. And of course the buttons, they're still there, so it's basically the same thing, just a little different. You know, that's how they do it. Every few years they change it, every new generation. So yeah, nothing much to say about that. But one thing that's different is that we are actually going to get some things we can carry over. So if you've played it recently, then you'll notice that some of the legendaries have this shooting star symbol shown here, and that's actually a way for you to interact with the new machine. So if you have those chips, you'll gain some bonuses when you're playing on Frienda. And of course, if you have the old membership card, which is the red color tag, it's basically this but red, and all your personal information, not personal information, your account information will be there. So don't show it if you do have it. On camera, I mean, you can show it to your friends or whatever, but don't show it on camera. And if you have that, you're going to unlock some bonuses if you have it for Star. So Singapore and all the other regions, they don't have these membership things because they're not connected to the internet. They don't have like a central system to control all the account information. That's why we don't have it, but hopefully one day we do. For now, it's just quite plain, sadly. Next, I'm going to talk about the same thing as I did for Ga-ole, in that you're probably not going to be able to use your Japanese chips. So because we know that Star is going to be decommissioned in Japan in 2 weeks, no, 3 weeks. It's going to be decommissioned completely in around 3 weeks, so they're not going to be, you know, they're not going to just throw it there. They're going to do the same thing they've always done, and they're going to bring it to Singapore and other countries, and they're going to give it its last sprint, you know, milking it just a bit more, just a little bit more. And of course, you know what that means? That means all your Japanese chips go down the drain because they're not going to let you. Otherwise, why would you bother playing, right? You can just go to Japan, buy the chips, come back here, and you're like all buffed up. They're selling those chips for like 100 yen, 200 yen. Even like the strongest one is like 500 yen, $5. Like, come on. In Singapore, even our cheapest ones are like 10, and that's like, oh my god, that's so cheap. And you know, yeah, so Japan really does get more chips. That means this is gonna Of course, I'm not gonna throw them. Why would I? Precious memories. Very precious. Of course, like I mentioned before, I'll be going to Japan up to June 5th. So that means, unless I manage to catch a preview, because these days they've been holding like demos for people to try, and they're holding it at specific locations for a set amount of time, of which they don't announce like very early on. So I don't know whether I'll be able to catch one. Otherwise, I will not, sadly, be able to play the machine for you all to see, but I'll be there for the closure of As a Star. So that's that, I guess. But it's kind of sad. It's the end of an era, and yeah, it's gonna come over with all the changes, bad changes probably. I don't know. I sound pessimistic right now. Don't know. Microsoft is not gonna like this. But yeah, anyway, I will be going back to Japan in end of the year. In fact, near New Year's. So that will be when I will be covering it extensively, how to play, all the new intricacies. By that time, they probably will have new mechanics. Like, you know, every game, they have the Mega Evolutions, they have the double attacks, they have the tag teams, all the little things, the new bonus attacks, all Gigantamax. So yeah, they'll probably have all of that by the time I go there. So usually when the device first releases, there won't be much at all. It'll just be like the vanilla. They'll release the new Scarlet and Violet starters, and they have all the other stuff, you know. It's quite vanilla at that point, so maybe it's a good thing I am not there. Otherwise it's just gonna be, everyone's gonna tell you the same thing. There's no new systems for you to play with, so maybe that's a good thing. I'm just coping right now. Oh, copium. But anyway, I think that's about it for Frienda. I mean, there's not much I can talk about because I'm right here in this room. It's not like there's a Frienda machine right here that I can play and show you. No. But yeah. Anyway, just watch out for more videos, more vlogs. I might miss out on a week or two of videos because I will not be in Singapore, and so I won't be at my computer. So just a warning, I'll have some shots though, not to worry. I'll be in Japan, I'll film some shots to open stuff. So yeah, that's about it.
Oh no! Oh no!